Today, we're talking about fixing your RC cars, because we broke a lot of stuff. Specifically, we're talking about how not to lose, misplace, or mix up your screws when you're fixing things or replacing parts. Let's jump into it. Well, everybody, I would like to introduce you to Roxy. She's the custom rebody that I've been working on with the new bright RC 1/5 scale Polaris razor, and let's just say that we need to work on Mark II of this whole custom rebody. But we can't do that because, wow, I boogered a lot of stuff, and we gotta fix that. So, this is totally bent. That's totally bent. Caps need to be replaced. The chassis been bent. A bunch of the different reinforcements have been bent, but I don't want to lose all the screws. So how do I do it? Everybody always keeps asking, how do you not lose the screws? How do you know where the screws go when you take it apart? Very simple. This is how I do it. If this works for you, awesome. If not, let me know how you like to do it down in the comment section below. Any of the different tools that I use today are going to be down in the comment section. Go ahead and take a look at those. But take a simple piece of cardboard, and this happens to fit right on there. So let's get to tracing. Look at that. Now, once you've done that, if you so desire, go ahead and take a marker. And there you have it. Keep in mind, we're not drawing the Mona Lisa here. This doesn't have to be picture perfect. If you want it to be picture perfect and you want to be a perfectionist about it, by all means, go for it. But you might be sitting there thinking, well, Clark, that's fine. That's a big piece though. What if I don't have enough cardboard to be able to do all this? There's a lot of pieces on that chassis. What do I do if I don't have a big enough piece of cardboard for the chassis itself? Well, I'm glad you asked that, because guess what? It doesn't have to be 1-to-1 proportional. Right here, I have a very ordinary Amazon Prime box. And inside of it, I happen to have a scale version of the chassis. You can do this for any single part. It doesn't have to be 1-to-1 scale. And you can make plenty of these and be able to actually finish your entire template. But again, you're not drawing the Mona Lisa here. It doesn't have to be perfectly proportional. However, now let's say that you want to be super close to scale. You can do the tracing method. Grab a high contrast sheet of paper where this is black, this is white. It'll make it easier. So you grab out your phone real quick. Take a picture, move your sheet of paper, take another picture, and when you pull up your photo, zoom in until you can see. Now this will work better with tracing paper, so you're going to want to make sure you get as thin a sheet of paper as you possibly can. Turn up the luminosity background lighting on your phone, zoom to where you're comfortable, maybe just a little bit bigger. Here we go. Lay this over the top, begin tracing. Once you get to a point where it's time to move, go ahead and move it, and you see your circles. I am, of course, doing this way faster for the sake of the video, but you can take as much time doing this as you want. You can make this as perfect as you want. But that's how you make a scale version. So let's start taking stuff apart. Here's an extra tip too. Want to take your parts and add them to the backside? You can do that too if you want. You really won't lose them then. There you have it. And then obviously, When you take off the old one and get ready to put on the new one, all you have to do is just take them off one by one, put them in here. As simple as that. Now, as you can see, if you want to group similar items together, you can definitely do that. Then when you're done, you can just take this whole thing, label it, then stick it on a shelf, keep it all organized, and you're good for the next time you want to repair it. Now, I can already hear you asking, what do I do if I don't have a spare and I'm just taking things apart to do some maintenance and some cleanup? There's also an idea for that. Check this out. Now, without letting that one go, tear off a piece of tape, then just put the tape over the top and tape them back in there. Just remember, you don't have to do this. The more that you begin to repair your vehicles, easier this is going to be to remember exactly where each one of these goes. And once you do this, you only have to do this once. You can go back to the first idea and create yourself a template. Then, once your template is created, you don't ever have to worry about taping these back to the frame again. This is just a failsafe. You can set these aside if you want, and then worry about putting them in the template later. This is what I do when I'm not familiar with the vehicle, but once we've gotten to this point, all we do is just take it right there on a piece of cardboard, give it a good press. Once you've done that, basically just take that off, take off your tape, make sure your holes are punched all the way through. Take your screws out, push them in place. As you can see, I did a combination of the couple of different ideas. From here, you can basically just trace it. And there's your new template for next time. Now you just go over that with marker. You don't ever have to worry about the tape again. And then you just rinse and repeat for all the rest of your items. If you thought that this was helpful and awesome, or you have a better idea, leave it in the comment section below. Till then, I'll see you.